SC, discussion and a vote to approve SCPR 5-2011-010, installation of ceiling and computer lab at Joseph L. McCourt Middle School. This is a resolution authorizing and empowering Cumberland School Committee to execute contract with WH Epps, general contractor of Lincoln, Rhode Island, for ceiling installation for the computer lab at Joseph McCourt Middle School in an amount not to exceed $39.91. Ms. Williams?
I know you can't get the hyperlink to open, but if you look on the desktop of the file for the meeting tonight, you can find it, the PDF there. Thank you.
Thank you for the technical assistance. Mr. Vignano?
Yeah, this is the, this will be to put the ceiling in so that we can then move towards putting lighting and wiring into the quad computer lab. We awarded, I believe, within the last couple of weeks, the floor for that lab. The original bid on this from the gentleman who has it was about $4,700, and it was about $5 a square foot for tiles. And discussing this with Mike Chandler and Richard Hilton. We thought $5 was a little bit high. We thought it should be somewhere between $3 and $4. So he was the only bidder. We went back to him and negotiated a reduction in that price to about $4 a square foot in that room. But he made a basis on that he could do the project in a timely manner before, I guess, the summer, and he has other jobs built up. He kind of wants this, I guess, it's like a filler job for people that work there and stuff. So I told him that we also had an interest in getting it done before the end of the year here, and so we were able to come to that reduced price.
Thank you, Mr. Vignano. This is the sole bidder. It is budgeted in an amount of $39.91. Pleasure of the committee. Ms. Williams passed, second by Mr. Gibbons. Further discussion? All in favor? Those against? That passes 7-0. Next, discussion and a vote to approve Cumberland use of school facilities packet rental period July 1, 2011 to June 30, 2012. I'm going to refer that to the policy committee.
Mr. Chairman. Dr. Brown. It's my understanding that this policy is to be updated annually, or it's not approved annually?
It needs to be approved annually. I have reviewed it, and in the past several years we have added quite a bit of information to the packet, and there are no changes or recommendations that I'm making. So if you go to subcommittee to discuss it, there won't be any recommendations for modifications coming from the superintendent.
And you're satisfied with the price and also?
Yes, because the first page of the policy allows for the superintendent to negotiate prices, and that has actually been very, very valuable. Some committee members who were on the committee at the time may remember that that was a real point of discussion. So item G on the first page, interagency agreements. On a case-by-case basis, interagency agreements may be formed between the Cumberland Public Schools and a town agency, or an agency that provides services to the residents of Cumberland. That language has provided the basis for many long-term lease agreements, and also at times when an organization may be cash-strapped, we've been able to negotiate cash plus in-kind contribution, and so the in-kind contribution has also had a value added to the district. So I can't say in the last couple of years that there have been any obstacles to implementing this policy.
Thank you.
Ms. Wood.
Yeah, I believe one of the reasons why it needs to be done yearly is the fact that that's a custodial rate in there. And when the contracts are in effect, they get an increase each year, or when they do get an increase, so that means the policy would have to change each year. That was one of the reasons why it needed to be updated yearly.
Yes, that's correct. Right now, there's no change in the information that's in there. The other thing that we've been updating regularly is the information from the trust on the TULIP policy. And they recently, I think in the last update, provided us, because of work they've done, an online method for anyone who's leasing to purchase the policy, and we've really found that that's been expediting the situation, because again, the insurance certificate is a hurdle people have to get over before we can sign the agreement.
If there's no need to, if the committee is comfortable with just passing it, or I don't need to refer it to policy, you could table it for 2 weeks if you want to go over it, or if the committee is comfortable, we could vote on it this evening.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Gibbons?
I'm just scanning through the document, but I had scanned through it once before. I think I saw Mr. Hilton's name in there somewhere, so we might want to pull that out.
Would you like to just table it for 2 weeks and review?
Yeah, I'm trying to find where I read. I think it was in this document.
You're absolutely correct. It says, whom do I contact if I have additional questions? And it does still have Richard's name in it.
Right, that was the only thing that I saw.
So we can bring it back to you in 2 weeks with an updated contact information on it. In all likelihood, it will be either my office or Director of Administration or Sodexo or one of those contacts. So we'd have to sit and talk about that procedurally, who wants to handle that now.
Do we have a motion to table for to the next school committee meeting? Ms. Sands moves to table, second by Mr. Gibbons. All in favor? Those against? That passes 7-0. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Discussion and a vote to approve GASB 54 fund balance policy. If there's no objection, I'm going to refer that to the Fiscal Management Committee. Next item, new business. We have discussion and a vote to approve contracts listed A to N. These are currently on the table and can be kept there for 2 weeks, and that is my recommendation to keep them on the table to the next school committee meeting. Or someone would like to make a motion to take them off the table. Close the table to the next school committee meeting. Next, personnel recommendations. I believe there are no personal recommendations.
That's absolutely correct. There is no recommendations in that area tonight.
Thank you.